Please say hello to the lovely Denise Wild.
Hi, sweetheart.
Welcome, sweetheart.
How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're always love to have you here.
Thank you so
We
much.
were talking about this during your tape piece and going to the fabric store because we used to go a lot.
Oh, did we ever? We spent many a day.
And we were saying, you know, don't go hungry because you're going to be there for hours.
Don't go thirsty. Get a tea and lunch before.
Beforehand.
This is the big one. Don't go hungover. It is the worst place to be if you're hungover. There's just so much. I mean, really have a plan before you go in, right?
Definitely have a plan. I like to take sticky notes too, so that when I have a bolt of fabric, when I find the bolt of fabric that I like, I write on the sticky note how much fabric I need, that I can take off and find another bolt, and that way the lady who's cutting will already.
And the big one too, the other big tips I wanted to mention, you know, sometimes they'll actually roll those fabrics out for you and they'll cut them when you give them the measurement that you want, but they're not going to look to see if there's any flaws. So stay there with them, right?
Exactly.
Watch them as they're rolling it out, because you're just going to roll it and then cut it, and you're going to get home and there's going to be flaws in it. Once it's cut, it's yours.
But let's talk about pillows, because this is great, because you've got some great do's and don'ts.
I do. Most don'ts, and with some examples so that you know what you should be doing. So the very first thing is when you're making a pillow, you want to start with a pillow form. You don't want to fill it with batting, otherwise you're going to have a lumpy, bumpy pillow just like this one.
Because it is the most inexpensive, right, the filling, but this is not.
You would think you can stuff it in, it would be fine, but it's not. It won't work. It will lose its shape, and then it'll just be all bunchy, and you won't be happy with it.
I think this is great for crafts and for Christmas, but for pillows, no.
Definitely. Now let me also walk you through what to do when you're buying a zipper. You want to make sure that you use the right size. So you don't want to have a zipper that's too short, like this one here. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time putting your pillow form inside.
You want it, right?
Exactly. You don't want it too long also, otherwise your seam will be very wavy. So you want to find just the right size, maybe an inch or two, a bit shorter than the size of your pillow.
Right. So you want the edges to be a little bit like this.
That's the perfect one.
And that's all, and then just go across the whole thing. So it slides in perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Now let me show you a little trick for, I know, one of Stephen's pet peeves.
My biggest pet peeve, and this is, as soon as you brought this in, I'm like, yes, and this always used to happen.
Funny ears.
Can you guys see here, see how those corners get that elongated kind of weird rabbit ear?
You get the bunny ears on the pillow, and when you're cutting out your fabric, there's an easy way to prevent that when you're sewing them. So I've done a little diagram here. Instead of cutting out your corners at 90 degrees, you want to angle the corners in, and that will avoid giving you the bunny ears on your pillow when you sew it.
Soft round or like a rounded corner more so than
gradual slope in.
It doesn't poke out into a point.
Okay. What's your best tip about going to a fabric store? Your best, what's the biggest thing, the most important thing?
Ask for help.
There you go.
Definitely ask for help. You know, the people who work there know what's going on, and if you are a little bit lost, all you have to do is ask.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Great stuff, some great do's and don'ts.